Hello lovelies. Let me paint the scene. The lights are soft, the smiles are glowing, and everyone feels like they are watching a fairy tale unfold right in front of their eyes. You lean in, waiting for that tender moment, the natural hand holding, the free laughter, the spark that makes two people shine without even trying. But then, out of nowhere, a little voice inside your mind whispers, "Hold on, what exactly are we seeing here? Is this a story about emotions, or is there a scoreboard ticking somewhere in the background?" That's the question that refuses to leave. People keep asking if Maurice and Watts are truly connecting through feelings, or if their bond has been reduced to a balance sheet of who carried the cost. The suspense is so heavy because every sweet gesture suddenly feels interrupted by a reminder of money, and that reminder steals the magic away. Fans are holding on to hope that it is real, simple, and untouched by numbers. They want to see genuine warmth, eyes that talk silently, and laughter that flows easily. If it is love, it will be effortless. If it is not, the cracks will start to show. Sonia Uche's live session began like a golden sunrise. Everything about it felt calm, bright, and inviting. Her smile carried warmth that made her fans feel at home instantly. The energy was light, playful, and so relaxing that you could almost forget about every stress outside that screen. The gist was flowing smoothly, and the joy was contagious. It was one of those moments where you could say, "Yes, this is perfect." But then, just as everyone was floating in that calm atmosphere, a sudden shift entered like a shadow. Out of nowhere, one comment dropped into the chat, and it was so sharp that it broke the sweet rhythm. It's amazing how just one line can change everything. Fans went from laughing with her to pausing, waiting to see her reaction. That instant switch created a little suspense, because the mood that was so beautiful seconds ago suddenly felt fragile. Everyone wanted to know, will Sonia address it or will she keep the flow steady? That question filled the air as the live continued. Fans have been whispering about Maurice and the way he handles his conversations online. When people tune in, they expect laughter, teasing, and romance that makes the heart melt. Instead, Maurice sometimes shifts the whole gist into talks about who paid for what, who carried the expenses, and who had the financial weight on their shoulders. That kind of talk takes away the sweetness and leaves fans wondering why money has to come up so often. It's almost like having a candlelight dinner where someone keeps reminding you of the bill on the table. The spark people want to see gets interrupted by numbers and calculations, and it makes the whole love story look a little heavy. People want natural joy, not a reminder of accounts. That is why so many of them question the strength of his bond with Wats. If you are truly lost in love, fans believe you should not have to remind everyone of the price tag behind each moment. The focus should stay on the happiness, the laughter, and the memories, not the financial scoreboard. That's the main reason this part of their relationship keeps drawing attention, and it leaves fans unsettled. When you look at how other celebrities handle their personal lives, you'll notice something interesting. Many of them choose to keep things private, protecting their romance from the spotlight. But Maurice and Pearl seem to be on the opposite side of that. They share pictures, videos, live moments, and almost every little detail of their bond. Instead of giving fans confidence, this openness makes people suspicious. Some are beginning to ask, why does every part of this relationship need to be seen? When love is strong, fans often believe it doesn't have to be advertised every single day. Too much display can make people doubt the reality behind it. That is exactly the case here. The constant showcasing, rather than building admiration, seems to be raising eyebrows. People are no longer watching with excitement, they are watching with caution. They are trying to figure out whether the smiles are completely natural or carefully arranged. A relationship meant to inspire love stories is now being questioned because fans feel there might be more performance than authenticity. The more it gets shown, the more people pause to ask themselves if what they are watching is real or just staged. Let us be honest, real affection cannot be hidden. You don't need long speeches to prove it. You don't need endless explanations to convince anyone. People can see love in body language, in how eyes light up when someone special walks into the room, and in laughter that flows without control. That is the kind of energy fans are looking for when they observe Maurice and Pearl. They are searching for those unspoken signs, the natural gestures that reveal true emotions. Speeches can be rehearsed, videos can be staged, but raw affection is something you cannot fake. It shines through naturally, and that is what makes people believe in it. The suspense now lies in what people actually see. Are Maurice and Pearl showing that effortless affection that melts doubts away, or are they leaning too much on carefully planned presentations? Fans are holding on to every interaction, watching with sharp eyes, and trying to decide for themselves. They are not searching for perfection but for honesty in their bond. Real love doesn't hide, it glows, it laughs, and it shows itself without any effort. That is the test everyone believes this couple still needs to pass. Imagine the calmness of a perfect live session, where everyone is happily dropping sweet comments, when suddenly a sharp voice cuts through. That's exactly what happened during Sonia Uche's live. Out of nowhere, a fan typed something that instantly shifted the vibe. The comment accused her of only remembering her Facebook fans after releasing a movie. That was a heavy accusation and it landed in the middle of such a beautiful flow. It felt unfair, almost like someone brought rain into a sunny room. Everyone could feel the change immediately because the air that was once light turned tense. It wasn't just a comment, it was a challenge to her character, and fans were holding their breath waiting for her response. Would she get upset? Would she try to defend herself? Or would she simply move past it? That one line became the center of attention, stealing focus from all the joy that had been present seconds ago. It proved how easily one small comment can shake even the sweetest moment. People were shocked at the suddenness, but even more curious about how Sonia would handle such an attack. What made Sonia Uche stand out during that live session was her strength. A lot of people, when faced with a sharp accusation, would have stopped everything to respond. Some may have gotten angry, others might have tried to defend themselves, and some could have lost their cool. But Sonia did not do any of that. She kept her calmness intact and simply ignored the negativity. Instead of letting one comment spoil the beauty of her session, she shifted her energy back to the positive side. That choice kept her fans engaged and prevented the atmosphere from becoming toxic. People noticed the composure in the way she smiled, the way she moved on as if nothing had been said. It showed her ability to control the narrative without uttering a single word about the negativity. That is strength in action, choosing not to give attention to something that doesn't deserve it. Many fans admired her for that, because staying focused on joy when negativity comes your way is not an easy thing to do. Sonia proved she knows how to handle pressure, and that's why her fans keep respecting her presence online. When you look at how some relationships shine online, it feels sweet at first. But fans have started saying that showcasing love too much can sometimes backfire. Instead of showing natural affection, it begins to look rehearsed, like a performance for the camera rather than a reflection of true emotions. That is what makes people talk when it comes to Maurice and Pearl. Their constant updates and displays, instead of creating admiration, are raising questions. People want to see natural interactions, not moments that feel like they were arranged before going live. The suspense here lies in perception. Fans are no longer just enjoying the content, they are analyzing every laugh, every smile, and every little movement to see if it feels authentic. Too much display can quickly lose its magic and turn into something suspicious. Love, when real, doesn't need rehearsals. It just happens, and people can see it without any explanation. That is why the couple's openness is being watched with doubt rather than pure excitement. Instead of strengthening their image, it is leaving fans on the edge, questioning what is truly happening behind the scenes. Money talk has always been a sensitive subject, especially in relationships. People want to feel the sweetness, the laughter, and the joy without numbers hanging in the background. But Maurice often brings in conversations about expenses, and fans feel it takes away the lightness of the romance. Instead of watching a love story unfold, they sometimes feel like they are attending a financial report. That makes the bond appear heavy, because relationships thrive more on feelings than constant reminders of cost. The public expects to see affection and gestures, not calculations and balance sheets. That is the reason so many people feel disconnected when Maurice keeps mentioning who paid for what. It doesn't mean fans don't care about the reality of life, but they tune in for warmth, not accounting. The constant focus on money can easily overshadow the true essence of love. If there is genuine sweetness, it should shine without numbers attached to it. Fans want to believe in their bond, but the more finances dominate the gist, the less romantic it feels. That is why this issue continues to create so much discussion every time they appear online together. At the end of Sonia Uche's life, the moment that stayed with people was her ability to remain positive. Even after that tough comment tried to break her energy, she held on to her joy and did not let the negativity control her. That is a powerful example of grace in action. Many expected her to respond or show some reaction, but she didn't give it that power. Instead, she stayed focused on sharing happiness with her fans. That choice left a strong impression because it showed she values the bigger picture. Fans love her for her warmth, and she didn't let anything steal that from them. It takes strength to keep smiling when someone tries to drag you down, and Sonia showed she has that strength. The suspense that came with waiting for her reaction eventually turned into admiration when she chose silence and calm. By the time the live ended, what people remembered most was not the negativity, but her poise and ability to stay above it. That is why so many left the live session feeling inspired and proud of the way she handled everything. So guys, that's all for now. See you in my next video, and stay splendid.